Hey guys, it's your girl Sweetie, and today is a special day. So today is going to be a fairly different video. It's actually going to be a story time, like my older videos when I was like 17. If you guys are here for that, then stick along. But before we get started, if you are new here, don't be. Hit the subscribe button. I'll wait. That's embarrassing. Don't let it happen again. But no, seriously, like, you don't have to subscribe. Take your time. Better be watching my ass. I swear to. Let me find out you skipping my ass.
Hindsight 2020. My eyes don't work like they used to.
Let's just get into it. So this story takes place probably like a week ago. It was on the same day that I did my skincare routine. So that video was right before I had gotten into a car accident. I feel like I predicted this car accident, and I really feel that way. And let me tell you guys why. So let's fast forward to the beginning of the story before it even started, okay? The first thing that I can recall was I was sitting with my boyfriend, just watching TV, like just passing time really. I was just on my phone, and I remember thinking like, I gotta get some groceries. And I needed peaches, spinach, fruits, cashews, and kettle chips, like, and some cereals. So I needed that stuff. And I was like, dang, like, I don't drive, so let me just text my sister to take me, right? So I text my sister to take me, and it's like right after I had sent that text, I just got this gut feeling like, dang, like, I don't feel like I should go, like something's gonna happen. I was like, you know what, just brush it off. So I'm chilling with my boyfriend, you know, watching TV. He finally leaves, so I'm like, okay, let's start plotting, let's start game plan. So I go upstairs and I'm stressing. This may seem so stupid, but this plays a big role. So I was like, I don't want to go to the store, I don't want to go to the store. So I'm upstairs and I'm like, you know what, let me just pray, because that always makes me feel better. So I go over to my altar and I'm like, you know what, let me just pray about the situation. So I'm like, dear God, please help me to have just a calmer mind and know like what decision I should make, whether I should go or whether I shouldn't. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. So I pray, and then I start to light my spiritual candles. When I started to light like the second to the last candle, I had got this just thought that was so clear. Like, I thought it was exciting, but it came across so calm. And it said, tomorrow you are going to go to the grocery store. You are going to get in a car accident, and the car is going to be black, and you are going to die. But it didn't come out like that. It just came out like, tomorrow you're going to get in a car accident, the car is going to be black, and you're going to die. And I was like, oh my God. So I was like acting weird. So I called my boyfriend. Let me just go to sleep on it, because I did pray and God got me. So I went to sleep. Took me a while to go to sleep, because I remember laying there thinking like, should I go? Like, and if y'all don't know me, earlier in April, like a couple months prior, where I was painting some vans, I had shared with y'all that my uncle had passed away. He passed away in a car accident, and I still experience just traumas related to that. Like, I'll be just really finicky in the car. So that was going through my head as I was going to sleep. So I go to sleep on it, I wake up. I end up studying for my test, and I'm like, all right, good, everything's great. I'm like, you know what, I should film that video, because they said I should do a skin routine, so let me do it. So I started doing a skin routine. I'm getting into it. I'm having a good old time, you know, just telling y'all the secrets that, like, how I treat my skin. And in the back of my head, that little voice was just like, yo, like, I hope you still don't gotta go. I hope she don't remember. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward to before I started filming. My sister was here, and I went downstairs. I was hoping that she forgot, and I had went in her room, and then I forgot. I went in there for like some odd reason, and then she was like, oh, what time are you trying to go to the store? I was like, oh, after I film. So I had filmed, right? And then after I got done, I had shot her a text message like, all right, I'm ready. Like, I'm about to be ready. We get in a car and we're about to pull off. And I'm like, wait, let's pray. Like, hold on. So I start praying like, dear God, as we leave the house, please protect us and shield us and guide us with your love, your faith, and your peace. And just help us to be safe and come back in one piece. Like, I was just praying like that. That was the whole rundown of what the prayer was, okay? We driving in and we stop at this gas station. It was a green gas station. I don't get out, but she gets out and she pulled in the wrong way. So she was like, oh shoot, like, my gas pump is on the other side, let me pull back in. So we pull back in, right? And I'm sitting in the car, like, we're having a good old conversation, mind you. Like, me and my sister, we don't talk like that. So we were just having a good conversation about something. And she got out and she went to go pump the gas. And then when she started pumping the gas, I just said, I just tried to pray, but she had poked her head in the window for something and I forgot to pray. So that was the second time I tried to pray, bro, because it was just a voice in my head like something's going to happen.
And let me say this as well. I just remembered this while I was filming, but you can ask my sister, like literally when we were in the car, I never got on my phone. I never put my headphones in or edited, nothing like that. So that goes to show like how out of my element I was, because when I film something for YouTube, I usually get on it like the next day. So when I'm driving, I'm like, okay, let me pass time to edit. Y'all, I did not touch my phone like at all.
And fast forward to before I left, my sister, she does shop a cart. You know how you take groceries to people? So she does that, and she bring my little cousin sometimes. So I'm like, bro, she take your little cousins like all the time. Like, it's no need to worry. And earlier that morning, she had just came back from taking my older cousin with her to work. So I was like, you know what, you're gonna be fine. Like, she was driving early this morning. Like, you need to chill. I say that because strike number 2 was I kept silencing myself, y'all. The strike number 1 was I had to pray in the car, and then at the gas station, like, that was like strike number 1. Like, oh my God, like, why was your nerves that bad? Strike number 2 was me just trying to like quiet myself, my thoughts down, and saying like, oh, that should drive other people, like, chill out, this is just another anxiety attack, this is just another panic attack. No. So the first stop we went to was Kroger. So we get out and I start cashing my coins. Kroger has a coin star, so I'm like, all right, perfect. Like, I get my coins, I cash, it's about $40. I guess this man seen us while we was walking in and cashing the coins, while he was walking in cashing. When we were shopping earlier, like later on when we was shopping, he was like, it was a white guy and his wife, and he was like, hey, and I was like, oh, hi. And he was like, I noticed you guys cashing coins in the front there. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, you know, the bank is doing it for free because there's a coin shortage. I don't get on social media. So I was like, oh, good to know. Because Coinstar, they take your money when you cash your coins. They're not slick, but they just do that. I was so glad he told me that. And I was just like, I remember looking at my sister. I said, see, when you're on a different frequency, different things happen to you. Like, I said something along those lines, like, when you do good things come back. I remember saying something like that. Oh my gosh, like, why was I trying to be Tommy the teacher in that moment? Go to Kroger, we get everything we need safely. We go to Walmart, we get everything we need safely. We end up going to 4 stores in total, and we were looking for pomegranates. That's why we kept going to different stores. So we end up going to this Publix. You know, no pomegranates there, whatever. We come back out and telling her about the sushi. Like, oh my gosh, yes, like, they have some real good sushi, because they honestly do, for a good price. Then when we pulled out, a black car was like, so we pulled out like this, and the black car was like it was like going or something, I don't know what, but it freaked me out because I thought that was the car that was gonna kill me. So I had flinched, and she was like, why are you flinching like that? Just making like a joke out of it, like. And I was like, oh girl, I thought we was gonna get in an accident. Like, I remember saying something like that, like, I thought we was gonna get in a car crash. Dismiss it, you know. We keep driving, we close to home, and we get on a street where it's time to like turn in to go into my neighborhood. This tan car comes out of nowhere, and we're still riding on that back road to my neighborhood. So they've been riding us for a while, like, and it's like to the point where it's like, okay, I get it, like an aggressive driver, but you're being overly aggressive. Like, why are you this mad? Like, seriously, something's wrong with you. Why are you this mad? They were just riding us like so close to our car. And I remember thinking like, yo, this is the beginning. Like, it's about to start. That's what I remember thinking. Like, I was just like this. Like, one thing about me, when I go through something like traumatic, I always dread up until the point when it's time to go. But once I go through the situation, I be super calm and super observant, if that makes any sense. Okay, so this is what I kept doing. Like, all day I'd be like, okay, like, we got through all these stories good. Like, yeah, it's gonna get good. Like, I kept telling myself, calm down, just stay calm. The day is going to go well. Like, you know, we went to all these stories, we came back safely. And it's like when they was riding us and the way my sister had reacted, I just knew like that was the moment all this shit was about to happen, right? So these people were just riding her, like being real rude to her. And then my sister, she already get like real hostile real quick. And she was like, where's their problem? Like that. And she had stopped the car. And then the people, they almost ran into us in the back of us. It's a tan truck and it's a big truck. And we sitting real low because we in like a sports car, or I don't know if that's a sports car. I don't know my cars, but we sitting real low like that. And they do like this and they almost run into us, but they don't. So that could have been why they was extra mad. Really could have been. Damn, like, maybe that's just the one thing that was going to happen. So I need to chill out. I'm still telling myself, chill out. Strike number 2 again. Like, I kept telling myself, like, chill out, chill out. They don't hit us at all. And we stop in the road. Next thing you know, we turn into oncoming traffic, bruh. We turn like this, and then, okay, so you know how you driving like this, right? And you stop, and it just be a whole bunch of cars going in front of you. So that's probably why she couldn't see. I was on the other side. I was on the passenger. She was in the driver. So I was on this side and she was right here. So maybe she could see, but I couldn't see at all. All I could see was those cars going forward in front of us because we stopped. We go to turn, like after we had stopped, I guess it was a black car coming this way. And my sister went to turn and it was like right there, like on my side. But she had swerved like this, like she stopped like that. And the car had hit the front of the car. And man, if she wouldn't have did that, I probably would have got squished by that black car that just came out of nowhere, like boom. I wasn't even like scared. I was just like, damn. And it wasn't even that bad of an accident. I just knew after we turned out and the car had hit us, the woman, she's mad. What the heck were you doing? Da, 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 da. She's an auntie, so she's older. So I'm like, you know what? It's probably not gonna be smart to go back and forth with her because she's a grown up and that's disrespectful. So I'm just not gonna do that. So she gets out and she's mad. Mind you, we're still on the busy road, so it's still cars coming like, oh shoot, it's an accident, let me turn around. It's still cars coming out. She gets out in the middle of the road. My sister gets out in the middle of the road. Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm in the passenger. The first thing I do is call my boyfriend because he was here chilling. So he said he ran out to his car. He forgot his keys. So he had to come back and get his keys. So when I tell y'all this is what was taking him so long, okay? The woman was like, oh, what were you doing? Like, you don't swerve into ongoing traffic. Like, just grilling our shit, bro. And I could understand because you don't pull out into oncoming traffic. But I'm sorry, that did not sink because I was still in shock because it was a black car. And this is all too weird. So it was more than the situation that was happening right now. It was literally, that's what my intuition sounds like, not my anxiety. Oh, this what happened. So the girl in the tan car behind us, she gets out the car and she's like, you stupid B, da, 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 like just ready to fight. She had put down the window, she had got out the window, da, 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 finna open the door. Like, she didn't even realize like that we were on a busy ass road. She was so mad, yelling at my sister. And her boyfriend was in the car, which I didn't know. So when we tried to move the cars out of the road to go and put it in the neighborhood so that we could get out of busy oncoming traffic, her dude gets out, and I guess my sister said that he clocked the gun. I didn't see the gun at this point. And I was like, no, I wasn't like shit. Let me shut up. He was like, he said, oh, real murder shit around here. And then that was that. So we're in the neighborhood, right? And we're sitting like, you know, just waiting for the police, It's probably been 1 minute since this dude said real murder stuff. They're still in the road while oncoming traffic is going. He decides to get in his car, both of them, and they swerve into the neighborhood. And the girl gets out and she's coming at my sister like this, walking up like that. And I'm just looking like, we had just got in an accident. Like, what the fuck? Where's all this coming from? You get what I'm saying? I could tell my sister was still processing the fact that we had just gotten in an accident too, and this guy has a gun. Like, it was so much to process, so many stressors that were there in the moment. Be calm, focus on your breathing. And for some reason, when they was going at it, I was literally invisible. Like, it's like they were yelling like past me, like they didn't even see me. And it's probably because I was the little sister in the car and they were all older. So that could have been the case, but you can't tell that by looks. The girl gets out the car, she's coming at my sister like this, right? And then I'm sizing her up. You think you can take her? That's literally what's going through my head. So she flung past me like in this moment. Now here go the funny part, and this ain't really that funny. The dude comes up to me. So I was like, is he really gonna try to fight a female? The more you know. Like, it was, I don't know, it was just so, like, it was beyond me. Like, I'm laughing because that's my coping mechanism. He wasn't even buck to me. He just came straight to me. But I thought he was gonna try to come at me and be like talking to my face. I asked him, I said, do you have a gun? Do you have a gun? And then Brendan popped up out of nowhere, and he was standing there, and he was like, I think everybody should go home, because he gets like that, like, easily. And then it's like something just clicked in his man's head. But let me get to where I was at. So I was like, do you have a gun? Do you have a gun? Because I was trying to make sure that what I was thinking was valid. His anger wasn't coming at me, it was coming at my sister. So I didn't even feel like in harm or anything. And I was like, do you have a gun? And he kept talking like that. He didn't hear me. I said, do you have a gun? And then he was like, oh yeah, I got a gun, but it's licensed though. And then he started going on a whole nother tangent, and I'm like, oh, here the fuck we go. So my boyfriend's standing by me, and he's still like getting bucked with my sister and shit, and the girl is too. So they both like just trying to press her when really like they wasn't. That's not the point. After my boyfriend had said that, I think everybody should go home. And my boyfriend, he's actually, I don't know, 6'4". He's pretty tall, and the guy was like 5'2". So I guess that just told him like, you know what, let's just go home. That just told. So out of nowhere, this guy, he just literally goes from like this to, come on, girl, let's go home, like a weirdo. So I'm like, yo, like, I'm looking like, it's like this whole situation I was watching from like out of my body. And they didn't even leave quiet like y'all think they would leave. They literally left, and the girl was hollering out the window. They switched drivers, and then she was like, remember, another face. And I ain't gonna cap. When they left, I literally thought they were gonna come back and go to all of us. The girl was on the phone with the cops, who we hit the whole time. The cops, all of a sudden, they come when the aggressors leave. I'm gonna show y'all what they said here.
Alright, so you was driving down this road and you said a car was behind you. So you tried to turn into here.
Well, this is my neighborhood. This is my turn. So I had no choice.
So when you turned into here,
She didn't
always make. She didn't. Make
I didn't make it at all.
She did not make the turn. I was coming, going that way, and she was coming this way. Okay.
So you were in that car?
I was in that car.
Going this way?
No, I was in that car.
Okay.
And so I'm coming down, and she turned in front of me. I swerved off a little bit. It didn't hit us direct. It didn't see her car directly. It hit my car. You see the long line on the side of my car there? That's how, you know. So,
all right, do us a favor.
She turned.
I need your insurance information and license.
Because she said he had a gun, and so we all was like, he had a gun, and she said he cocked the gun at me.
I wish I did.
So
this truck that was behind you, did he make contact with your vehicle?
No, not at all.
So it's just you and this. And
Yes.
the other one. All right,
Yes.
so let's work there first. You get your ID on?
Oh yeah, I did.
First things first, it's not illegal to have a gun. Okay. Second of all, if it wasn't pointing at you and it wasn't threatening with you, then that's not considered a crime.
So now that y'all just seen that, I'm gonna tell y'all why I think I predicted this. The lady, she had me over at her car, right? And it was an auntie, because like she was trying to talk to my sister, but my sister was not trying to hear it. She was trying to apologize. She just started talking to me, and she was like, young lady, do you know that if you guys were going any faster, I could have killed you today? Yes, I understand that. Like, because she confirmed what I was thinking. So I was just like, bro, I need to sit down. This is all too much because it's a black car. This is weird. And let me tell y'all how Spirit was really working with this shit. The girl who was in the car that we hit, she was telling me that she had told her aunt before she left that, what did she tell her? She was like, for some reason, she didn't want to sit in the front. I mean, the passenger seat. She wanted to sit all the way in the back. Bro, that just showed me, like, God, I want to get serious for a second. The moral of the story is when you have a gut instinct, like, go with it. And sometimes it can be hard to differentiate whether it's PTSD, anxiety, or your intuition. But you'll know. I'm telling you, you'll know. And I kept shaking it. I really did. And I honestly feel like if I had never got in that car, things would have gone way different. Because I am spiritually protected like shit. Keep your eyes peeled. The spirit of chaos is very busy. It's not time to be playing too much and to not be trusting yourself, because we are at a spiritual warfare, whether you see it in the flesh or not. We are in it. You have to have a strong spirit of discernment. When your higher self or your soul tells you something, listen. Listen, because things could have gone different and I wouldn't have been sitting here talking to y'all today. Or I would have been in a hospital. Like, just think about the fact that that shit did not hit my side of the car. The shit hit the front of the car off. Like, y'all, trust y'all gut. That's the lesson I'm gonna stick with on this story. I don't want an information overload on y'all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really love you from the bottom of my heart. And I hope this story just, you know, taught you something that I had to learn through with a lesson. So stay safe. I love y'all. Bye.